galore. They're away. No, we're not.
No start.
We're not away at all. Any idea as to what might have brought about that stoppage there, Bruce?
From what I could see at the back of the field, they just were not in formation properly. So this is pretty important. This is their pre-final, and it's pretty important to these guys that they get a fair start.
Dead right. Of course, the finishing positions in this race determine the positions on the grid for the big final later on today. Is number 8 there, a bit of a close-up there. 55 coming up the inside of him, Tony Bennett from Rotorua, as we were saying earlier on. 34 right in behind him, that's Gavin Stubbs, another Wellingtonian. Fairly healthy representation from Wellington here in this particular class.
Indeed, I was just wondering if Tony Bennett can sing.
He probably can. Right now he's probably singing. Number 3 there is Steve Wilton from Hawke's Bay as well, on the inside of row 2. They're looking good this time round, though, so let's have it. This is the senior 100cc Yamaha 145 kg.
That's a lot better.
Pre-final.
Number 8 it is. That's Steve Perry from Christchurch into the lead. Got a terrific start there. 55 in second spot. Tony Bennett from Rotorua.
Look at that.
He's got the whirly visor really whirling.
That's right. The satellite dish, as I call it, attached to the front of his helmet.
That's not very technical.
Okay, look at these guys working so hard to try and keep these karts on the track. Absolutely bucketing down here at the Kaitoke Raceway.
Steve Perry's opened up a little bit of a lead there, and 55 tucked in there in second spot. Long way to go yet, though, and it's really a matter of turning in 20 consistent laps. That's what it's all about, consistency.
Smooth as fast, that's the other way of looking at it as well. Of course, these front runners are very, very good at driving these karts as unviolently and as unsort of...
Tony Bennett's moving up, he's making a challenge, splashing through the puddles there, just tucked in behind Stephen Parry. This is going to be a good race, Grant. This is going to be a beauty.
A close one. Let's hope it's a close one. Oh, look up the inside.
Here's a move for second.
Oh, they're shaking their heads at each other. He wasn't terribly impressed, Bruce.
No, I think the door might have got closed a wee bit, yeah. So if you're going to get past me all of a sudden, you're going to have to do it the hard way.
Yeah, I don't know whether that was so much a door being closed, but perhaps slammed. Certainly defensive driving there, but these guys have a lot at stake.
We're going to see a lot more of that action, I'm sure.
Oh, we certainly are.
Stephen Parry doing a very, very good job out there in front. Very tidy, not overdoing it, just managing to keep it all on the black stuff.
All the way from Christchurch, Steve. He's got a lot of travelling ahead of him. Third place getter is number 3, Steve Wilton from Hawke's Bay, another traveller.
He keeps shaking his head, Grant. I think he's perhaps having a visibility problem.
And here I was thinking that he was just angry.
Well, it could be that too. No, these guys don't get angry, they just get more aggressive.
The braking area now, there he is there. The right-hander.
He's tooling that machine around that turn just beautifully. I'm impressed with this Steve Wilton. He's looking good, he's looking good. But that's not to take it away from number 8, Steve Parry out there in front. Tony Bennett in second spot.
The whirly visor doing its job on the front of the helmets of our first and third place getters. Up to the top of the track now. Fairly elevated from the rest of the track into a right-hander now, and it's downhill from here. Sean Cuthbert back there as well. Another Wellingtonian, number 9. That's Steve Parry from Christchurch doing the job. There he is. Great coloured helmet he's got there. Purple and yellow flames. And of course the wet weather tyres doing their job marvellously today.
There's a challenge coming on for second spot. Steve Wilton really putting the pressure on 55 Tony Bennett. Steve Wilton, pressure's on, the pressure's on. Has he got enough? Not quite enough. He's
just moved over ever so slightly then too to protect that position on the track.
It's good driving, this. Good driving.
Flat out driving.
Tony Penn has got some pressure on him. There's no question about that. Still there, Steve Walton underneath him, going onto the pit straight. Has he got enough to make it stick? No, he hasn't.
That was great driving by Tony Bennett. Excellent driving there to hold him out.
Oh, because what can happen under those circumstances? You go through that right-hand turn just a shade too quick. You've only got to drop a wheel off onto the mud, and you're in big trouble.
And at that sort of speed, that'd be huge trouble.
Very messy trouble. Because, man, there's some mud around here at the moment.
There certainly is. With the torrential rain, of course, the place has turned into a quagmire. Not on the track surface, which is good, but get off it and you're in trouble.
Steve Wilton, he's chipping away. Going to have another crack at him. Oh, he touched him. Just touched him.
He had a crack at him, all right. That was unintentional, I've got to say. It was very, very unintentional, but nevertheless, number 3 there, Steve Wilton from Hawke's Bay, just giving him a gentle tap on the rear bumper.
Yeah, I think the guy backed into him. I saw that, didn't you, Grant?
Yeah, I saw the reverse lights come on. I knew instantly that was going to be a problem.
Well, it's unfortunate for 55, Tony Bennett, because he was driving such a very good race. And it just goes to show, Grant, doesn't it, that it doesn't take much to break traction. That's how close they are to being on the limit. Just a little gentle touch like that, and whoopsie-daisy, she's gone.
That's dead right. There's not a lot hanging on.
Oh! Wow! That was a bit of a...
Scott Hankett from Wellington.
There's not supposed to be a cart wash here.